I'm Scott Crawford, VP e-commerce for Expedia. I look after product and revenue optimization for our retail teams. So I'm focused on ensuring our customers get the best experience and the best prices globally. So very much looking forward to talking about how Test and Learn has really influenced our culture at Expedia, how we've seen a change and become a really customer-centric organisation, and how that's impacted the working life of the individuals within Expedia, and how that really powers our business. They're looking forward to sharing more on that. So at Expedia, customers really power our innovation, quite literally. We live by a mantra that we call Test and Learn. So every experience on the site is continuously tested. So we generate hypotheses through working with customers. We have labs across the globe to better understand what the customer's needs are and what the customer problems are that we're trying to solve. And we test on the site. And so we really let our customers drive our innovation and drive our product strategy. We also collect what we call NPS, Net Promoter Score. And so after every experience that our customer has with us, we ask them, how was that experience? How likely are they to recommend Expedia to their friends and family? And then we ask a series of questions to really understand what's driving the rating that they give us. And that for us is absolutely key to make sure we're answering the key customer problems, and addressing the key customer pain points that they have both on our site and throughout the whole booking process. So we're very much a customer-driven organisation when it comes to innovation. They really power our strategy and thinking there. Around 4 or 5 years ago, we invested a lot of money up front in technology and product, and really decided to put technology and product at the forefront of our business. And that really enabled us to embrace a customer-centric approach to developing the business. So we actually re-platformed the product and went from about 4 release cycles a year to about 52. So from 4 times to get things right, and if you didn't get it right that first time, you'd wait 3 months and try it the second time, to a much more agile, fast-paced approach. So within that, the test and learn that we run, the velocity has increased significantly year on year. We currently run about 1,500 tests. And really the thinking behind the test and learn approach is we don't know necessarily what customers will want. We can have insight, we can have observations, we might have good hypotheses as what we believe, but really it's down to our customers to tell us what they want. So we religiously test everything that goes on the site, get the signal from our customers whether that's something that works for them or not, and we learn from there. So the idea is we won't be right every time, and we know we're not, we know we will fail, but if we fail fast and learn from it, and that's the important thing. As long as we're learning and going forwards, we know that we're iterating and developing a better product for our customers and providing a better end-to-end experience for our customers as they book and then travel with us. There's so much change, and so it's very hard to predict 2-3 years down the line what we see. There's certainly kind of smaller trends that we see. Of course, mobile is becoming increasingly prominent with consumers, and that really changes the problem that we're trying to solve. We're no longer trying to solve, hey, can we give you the cheapest flight or the best flight from one destination to the other, or the best hotel within a destination at a certain point in time, but it changes the problem to really a kind of location-based problem. Based on where I am now, what are the best hotels around me that I could stay in tonight? So that's been a very interesting trend that we've seen. Obviously, the sharing economy has been a new trend, and that's really enabled the travel market to reach customers that traditional OTAs like ourselves weren't reaching. And so that's going to be very interesting. Expedia's acquired HomeAway, and so it'd be interesting. We don't look at our customers as a Expedia customer, a HomeAway customer, but really customers have multiple needs at different times, and we're trying to service those needs as best we can. In general, the strategy is try and learn fast. So speed is absolutely crucial for us. So that, whilst sometimes you're making big investments up front, it's absolutely worth it. Constantly we are surprised by what we learn from our customers. What are the real customer issues, reacting to different products, understanding their problems at a deeper level. So I think learning fast, that commitment to testing has really helped us along the way. Secondly, I would say one piece is really understanding the problem you're trying to solve, and spending a lot of time with the customers to really get to the root of the problem and the issues that they're trying to solve, and then thinking about iterating as you try and solve that as best you can. So we use an example a lot at Expedia. When someone buys a drill, they don't actually want a drill, they want a 3-inch hole in a wall. And so it's taking that analogy as to, well, how can we think at a deep level, what at the basic level, what problems are customers trying to solve? And our customers, they give us some great feedback, and we act on that feedback continuously. So I'd say, thirdly, just listen to the customers, listen to what they're telling you. That has been absolutely key to us in trying to build the best customer experience we possibly can. I think one of the interesting things we find is technology is shortening the communication time. So we now live in a world where we can be contacted anywhere at any time. And that's an area we're very interested in as well. Traditionally, you would book a holiday, receive an email, traditionally 10 years ago. Whereas if we look at the market now, if we look at the trends, we see that, for example, instant messaging platforms are becoming increasingly more popular. If we go to Asia, they're actually Ecommerce platforms. You can do everything within this ecosystem. And so we know that there's a demand from our customers to want to communicate both from a service and a customer sales perspective through these platforms. So I think that's one area we're interested in and seeing where that can take us. In general, mobile is a huge shift, both in kind of personal and from a traveling perspective. And that does, customers from a mobile have a different set of problems. I have a different set of problems if I'm looking for a trip on my mobile device than if I'm logging on in the office. So I think that increased kind of innovation into geo-based services is going to be very, very interesting, where people can offer services based on physically where that person is at that time and make sure those services are most relevant to that person and to their set of wants at that moment in time.